Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Groovy Mermaid collaboration. My name is Anthony. I am your host for the night, followed by my colleague, Miss Ghetto Mermaid. No, I'm just kidding. Miss Indigo Mermaid.
Oh my
Hello,
goodness,
welcome.
look at all that haterade.
That's right.
Yeah, guys.
I got nothing but haterade. But yes, we are here today and we have some cool stuff going here for you for this next hour or so. And hopefully we can get some more viewers in. More viewers! Let's bring this in with more incense and energy. And so, what we'd like to actually start off with a few things. Well, first, on our agenda, we're going to be talking a little bit about. Actually, we're going to start off with our guided meditation by yours truly, Miss Indigo Mermaid. And after that, we're going to do talk a little bit about how we got started to tarot because I wanted to have us share a little bit about that because I actually had a really interesting experience recently, and I want to be able to kind of share that because it really brought up a good point about something. And and after that, we could probably do a few readings as well, plus little announcements in terms of how we're moving forward and some things that we have in the pike and stuff like that. There's Hippie, Emily, and Miss Cat. Welcome. Whoa. Okay. Also, if for all those who may or may not be aware, I've actually started my semi sort of um, intermittent fasting to help me get into shape and lose weight. First, it's actually just to help you to lose weight first, but then, being safe because Miss Indigo does care for me. She coached me a little bit, and don't worry, I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not going to over, diet myself and stuff like that, where I'm gonna starve myself to death. I love food too much.
I don't know.
I love food too
I
much.
definitely don't know.
So yes, so we have a few people today, which is all quite all right. It's a small group, it is a weeknight and everything, but I think this would be a really great time for us to start off with. Well, yeah, no pizza at this time, Miss Hippie, because right now, well, at least not now.
Though I finally had some last night.
She had some last night. I did not actually. I actually did the bad foods this past weekend because I figured, well, you know what? If I'm gonna go on this diet, I'm gonna go ahead and eat a whole pizza to myself. Yes, I did. I can't believe I did that, but I did. Um, I ate some ice cream. I made some homemade biscuits and gravy, which those are really, fattening foods. But I don't really eat it often, so it's okay. But um, I'm gonna do this. I can do this, and I'm actually going to be planning to document this. I just don't know how yet. Yeah. Let me get my
We should
microphone.
probably make a video, like a
I
documentary.
should actually. That would actually be really cool. And you know what? We could probably do small little checkup segments here on the Groovy Mermaid and go from there. So, maybe we can use this guided meditation not to only help bring in some good energy, but to also bring in some more viewers. But it is a Tuesday night. I'm not exactly sure why not many people are on. Maybe because of my channel right now with my 100+ users, compared to her tens of thousands of viewers, hundreds of thousands of viewers, if not hundreds of thousands.
Thousands, I wish. Oh wow.
Well,
Oh wow.
you have
Wouldn't
like
that
tons
be a
of
dream?
subscribers though. You have like what 300 subscribers or something like that.
Now I have about almost 19,000.
That's still a lot. I don't have that.
Hmm.
So
Well,
let me just
it's
turn
something, but not enough apparently.
Not enough, apparently. Well, hopefully we can solve those kind of things. So,
Oh, with the meditation today.
yes, with
Mm.
meditation. So I obviously have my Tibetan bowl. With my stick plus bowl equals. All right. Yeah, I'm being a little silly right now.
You need calories.
I need no. Yeah, probably I do. But after when I get into my weight training, then actually it will definitely be hiking up the calorie count because I'm gonna need to, because
Hmm.
muscle mass is going to really be really consuming. But everything's still going to be okay. I'm like I said, I'm being very healthy about it. I'm not going to overexert myself to where I'm like starving myself and working out at the same time because that's no bueno, no bueno at all. Because how am I going to get a boyfriend by doing that? I don't know because I'd be
You'll
dead.
probably be dead by then.
That's exactly what I just
Afterwards.
said. I'm probably going to be dead. So what's the use of having a boyfriend if I'm going to be dead at this point? So
Hey, rest in pieces.
rest. Thanks for that.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and start with the meditation. We're gonna have the palms of our hands kiss each other at heart center, and we're gonna close our eyes while Anthony Honciano from Groovified, which is the host of our YouTube channel today, will be playing the singing bowl as I will be guiding you guys deeper into a meditation. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now I want all of you guys to imagine yourselves almost like a little sandbag or a little bean bag. And just imagine your bottoms just sinking into the ground. Blending in with the same shape as the ground. Therefore grounding ourselves. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's keep in mind that today has been a day of success, a day of hope, rejuvenation, and new beginnings. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And just imagine a ray filled with a gold color shining bright above your crown and also therefore illuminating everything around you, your aura, your fingers, your toes, your chest, your shoulders, your face, your neck, your back. And filling you up with radiance, high vibration, optimism, abundance, and joy. Let us be grateful. Let us be happy. Let us be successful. Namaste.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Thank you so much for that. And look, and there's Jaime. Hello, Jaime. And what happened to your video? There it is.
Ooh,
It
I'm
was.
back.
You are back. So, yeah. So thank you again for those of you who just joined us. We are going to start the list here in a little bit. We just wanted to talk about a little bit, just kind of share a little bit of information in terms of what kind of got us started with tarot reading, and also, maybe a few tips in terms of what we do when it comes to, getting started with tarot reading. So, um, by the way, I want to draw some attention to the ugly little mermaid thing that she made behind her head there.
Oh, so that Mr. Hater here next to me on the screen suggested prior to the live stream that I cover up this wonderful mermaid that I corrected myself
I'm just kidding, by the
right
way. It's
here.
actually really pretty.
It's okay. And so, as you can see, the tail or the fin is made by broken glass that I bought at Michael's. And then the hair, I put this blue glitter and then I glued sequin around. And then I bought this Swarovski crystal bead in Hobby Lobby that is in the shape of a seashell. So I glued it right there. And then her skin color, I decided to glue with industrial glue some decorative sand. And the rest of the decorative sand in my restroom, which is where I am right now because I happen to have better service here, I put them inside my candles. As you guys can see, I have like the decorative sand in here, and I just have some seashells and a little tea light candle in all of my um, candle holders in here. And I have different kinds of candles. I have one that's like with the mermaid uh, fish scales, the mermaid fish scales, and then I have this one that's like a reflective Mary with blue here in the bottom, and then I have one with um, more of a foggy, um,
Move it more to your right. There
a
you go.
foggy candle holder with a seashell inside. So I don't have enough decorative sand. And I guess because a lot of people are so bored that they've been buying a lot of crafting stuff online. So, or at the store where I would buy my decorative sand. So I haven't been able to go to the store and buy some. Every time I go, they're still sold out of decorative sand, of all things.
Of all
So
things.
once, of all things, decorative sand is sold out where I usually like to buy it because it's only $1 for a big jar.
Uh oh.
Um,
Miss Indigo Mermaid, you have some competition. There's somebody in here called Mermaid Shark. Dun dun dun. I'm just
Mermaid
kidding.
Shark. What was that one song that these kids were like all over? That baby shark, 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 shark,
Oh
shark,
yeah,
shark,
that's like
baby
that kid's
shark, shark,
song.
shark, 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 shark. Oh my God, my nephew would sing that song all the time.
All the
But
time.
yes,
All the time.
let me just grab the mermaid so you guys can see it. Um,
What's going on with my
but
coffee?
yeah, I as just basically just like the banner that I created in my when I do my pre-recorded monthly videos on my YouTube channel. I also do I did a few things here in my restroom. And I also create some stuff for my boyfriend, myself, and for friends for the holidays.
I'm
Um,
not her boyfriend, y'all, so don't trip.
yes, my boyfriend is taking a nap as we speak.
Ooh, guest star. We should just get him into here right now. And be like, hey, so what do you think right now? He'd be like, hi. I'm going back to bed.
Wait, who's what? I'm sorry.
Oh wait, he's not sleeping at your place. I thought he was sleeping at your place. I'm sorry.
Oh no, 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 no,
That's
no.
me
He's
being a
at
nerd.
home.
That's being a nerd. That's
But
Miss.
yes,
That's
as you can
Mrs. Arts
see,
and Crafts here.
this is how it looks right here. You can see the broken glass, and then you see the decorative sand. You see right here the Swarovski crystal bead with the sequin and glitter as her hair. And then I just used, the wire that you guys use for jewelry casting. I just bought some and I used it for here. I thought it was thin enough for me to put pearls, but it wasn't. I bought one that was too thick, so I wasn't able to put pearls, unfortunately.
Miss Mermaid wants to
But
know. Miss Mermaid wants
I'm
to
sorry.
know if you have your own Etsy.
Oh, if I have my own Etsy, girl, I would charge a little too much for that. And then probably by the time that you receive it, who knows if like something falls um or something. That thing will take me days to or possibly months to finish. But, Mermaid Shark, I am thinking about creating an Etsy shop in the future, which one day I will talk about, so stay tuned. I am thinking about creating my own jewelry, my own pendulums, my own tarot cards, and a collab tarot deck also with Anthony. That is something we will talk about soon.
Yes, soon.
And I am thinking about creating my own runes and also selling my own crystals and stuff. So yes, I am thinking, but crafts like this, maybe. I have thought about it, but we'll see.
And speaking of tarot, I think this segues into our topic of the evening, and we're just going to talk a little bit about this. So, right now, especially if you're out there who are aspiring tarot readers, we really invite you to ask whatever questions you have about your own tarot decks or whatever in the chat. But yeah, so Miss Mermaid, why don't you kind of give us a little brief introduction in terms of what got you into tarot reading and maybe a few tips. Or actually, let's just start off with maybe just how you got into tarot.
I actually had a friend who bought a tarot deck, a Capricorn like yourself. Anthony, he was another hater like yourself.
Dumb bitch.
And,
We like to
and
joke, so it's okay,
I
girl.
thought
It's
I
okay.
upgraded yesterday, though. I thought I upgraded from dumb bitch to total bitch.
That's
You
right.
know?
Well, I mean, that was like what last week. So you got demoted. So now
Or
you're dumb.
last week,
Now
yes.
you're dumb bitch.
Um, I'm back to dumb bitch, right? All right, so I had a friend. His name was Carlos, and we used to call him Fishy because his last name was Gill. So
Nice.
we used to call him Fishy, and he was a Capricorn. Is a Capricorn, and he bought a tarot deck. He went to Barnes and Noble, I think it was, and he bought a tarot deck. And I was like, all right, cool. He started pulling some cards, and he started reading. He would have the little booklet, and he would try to read up on it. And I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. And then it went from there to me having another friend who read tarot but was also Wiccan. And she convinced me, now she was a Virgo. She convinced me to buy my first tarot deck, which was the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, which is a very nice deck, especially for those of you who are very big Renaissance enthusiasts. I'm a big Renaissance birth period enthusiast, which a lot of people tell me that they're so surprised that I've never been to, a Renaissance fair or anything, which I do want to go to one. Um, I know I'm such a nerd like that, but anyway, so I bought the deck. I think at the time I paid like 18 bucks for it on Amazon. August 12th or August 8th, 2012 was when I received it. Still remember the date. It's either the 8th or the 12th of August 2012. And ever since then, I've been reading cards basically. And I just remember I called all my friends and I was just like, about a tarot deck. I really am trying to learn how to read. So, um, hit me up whenever you have questions, and I just told my friends that they did not, I did not have to repeat myself. I had friends calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, all times of the day or night. And within a year, I learned how to read tarot, and I got my own style. I practiced a lot. And eventually, someone gave me the idea of opening up a website, and I was already watching people on YouTube. I just didn't want to do the whole YouTube thing because even though I did take film, and this is something that I've mentioned a lot in my videos in my YouTube channel, that when I went to college initially, I wanted to be a filmmaker. But I was never good in front of, being on camera. I was always good at editing. I was very good at, visual effects or anything like that. Especially editing. I was very good at that. And interacting. And I guess it just all made sense. I took website design classes in high school and everything, and film in college and high school, and I ended up just combining everything that I knew how to do with my website, having my YouTube channel, and doing what I like, which is reading tarot cards. And I have the Golden Botticelli here, which is another Baroque period painter. And yeah, like that, ever since then, I've been reading since, within 2 years, it would be 10 years that I would be reading tarot cards. Um, I guess and it made sense to me that, at one point, that this was what I was going to end up doing. And even I've had visions already, and I've meditated before on this, and it's become quite clear that this is what I needed to do and what I am here to do. So I remember when I got this vision, I was not happy, because I wanted to do film, and I wanted to do music, and I wanted to do other stuff, and something that could be considered a little bit more normal, than tarot readings, right? And being a YouTuber. But it is what it is, and I had to learn not to be shameful of it. And for a long time, I was very shameful of it, and very discreet about it, and still am, still very much am.
Yeah, that's
But
understandable.
I just gotten used to it, and that's why I just don't surround myself with people who have a problem with it in any way, shape, or form. So, because I don't want to feel uncomfortable or I don't want to feel like I can't talk about what I do, or not that I talk about this all day, every day, because I don't.
Right.
But if I wanted to just say something or talk about something that I learned or whatever, I don't want to feel restricted.
Absolutely.
And it's become a part of me, a part of my life, and I don't go anywhere without a tarot deck. I don't travel anywhere. I don't visit family. I don't do anything without having a tarot deck in my bag anymore, because it's a part of me. Everywhere I go, I am needed. I get calls from lawyers from Romania, from, teachers in China, researchers in Mexico City, you know, and I never thought especially being a psychic, you would think that especially someone who's in education would be coming to someone like me, but you know, you'd be surprised that, when you finally step into the shoes of the psychic, how, you know, you see everything differently.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what about you, Anthony? What got you into wanting to read tarot cards?
Well, my ex has told me that he wanted to do a psychic reading, and because he hurt his hand at one point, and he had some weird markings on his hands from some bruises, and so okay, hippie, it's nice to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Love you. But um, he wanted to go see a palm reader. So we did that. Plus, we did the palm reading as well as the tarot reading, and she did tarot reading on me, and I just found it very fascinating. So I started doing some research in terms of what is involved when it comes to tarot reading. I really didn't understand it. And I figured I'd probably get my own deck. I just didn't know what to do, and I still studied for it for months. And so I started cleaning out my garage that had a lot of my parents' things because they had a lot of stuff. And I happened to come across a box called Angel's Tarot Deck, which I have sitting amongst all my books right now. I don't want to take it down without having it collapse over. But the Angel Tarot Deck, and it's by Doreen Virtue and Mr. Valentine, and uh, I don't know. It seems to me it was almost like the deck found me. I was really not looking for it. I didn't know it was there, but it was brand new. The deck was never used, and I asked my mother, like, "Are you using the deck?" And she said no, and that's kind of what got me started at first. And so I started using it just to kind of help me, figure out my day, and just kind of study the lore behind each of the cards. And from that point, I felt compelled to even start trying to do some tarot reading. So I've only been in tarot reading for maybe about and your video just went out, but I started doing tarot
I'm gonna
reading.
grab a charger. I'll be back.
Okay. Um, so yeah, I started doing tarot reading maybe about a little over a year ago, probably starting last year, as a matter of fact, earlier last year. And I started doing it a little bit to, to test my intuition, to expand my mind a little bit because I never really felt that I was part of any religion, as a matter of fact. And I felt that there's a little bit more to that than just being restricted to religion. Maybe something that I can actually feel good and believe in. And my friend, she used to, tell me, "Oh, the universe this, the universe that," and I said, that makes a lot more sense than what I'm kind of going through. And I was born in a Catholic family, and so uh, I wanted to, belong into some type of spirituality, at least my own spirituality, that felt a little bit more comforting and more inviting than some that say like, oh well, because of this, and not to offend anybody else out there who obviously believe differently, but you always hear that God hates gay people and things like that, and I just didn't understand like, well, how come we have to be in a religion where there's hate like this, right? So that's kind of what got me into my spirituality, and then got me into tarot reading as well. And um, my story is probably not as extensive as Miss Mermaid's, but it just I knew that I had some intuitive abilities. I had a friend that read energy, and I would she kind of taught me a little bit about opening up and reading other people's energy. And when every time I touch somebody like on their wrist, or on they're making a, I'm kind of holding onto their hands, I'd feel like where the energy is focused and where they need to kind of focus on themselves at first. Then all of a sudden I started just using my intuition in terms of like what they're going through, and they just kind of like had to let go. They're like, whoa, like that's some deep stuff. I don't want you to go that deep. And I was like, wow. And so yeah, and from there I've been trying to exercise my intuition, and it's definitely something you have to maintain, with meditation, practice, and things like that. And yeah, that's kind of what got me into tarot reading as well. And especially for those of you out there, and I'm waiting for Miss Mermaid to come back here in a minute, but if you're interested in doing your own like tarot decks, I mean, getting your own tarot decks, and you want to learn a little bit more about it, because we developed our own understanding of how these decks communicate to us, and it takes a lot of work and dedication. And for those of you who are wanting to learn more about this, it's not about just reading it out of the book. Um, it's all about understanding what each card represents in the deck. And of course, each deck is going to have different artwork, and each book is going to be different, but we can't always take the book for granted, or take the book as like the sole information as to what these tarot decks are all about. You need to let it communicate to yourself, and you need to be able to let the picture speak to you. You know, I mean, we may see the pictures in a particular way where it's like, oh, it's the same picture I've seen all the time. But, in any case, um, it could definitely change within your eyes during the read. You just kind of, it's almost like using your imagination, so to speak. And your imagination is definitely your intuition. So that's how I got into tarot reading. And we got some new people. We got Sue. We got
And
Jaime.
how long have you been reading tarot?
So yeah, I mentioned that earlier. So I've been doing tarot reading for about maybe a little over a year now. And here's one thing that I'd like to let everybody know out there is that you could be doing tarot reading for 20 years. That doesn't make a person better than the other person who has been doing tarot reading just for a week or even a month. Okay? We all start from somewhere, and that is the key thing that everyone needs to know here. And I'm seeing some questions coming in terms of job and stuff like that, and other questions that's going, regarding tarot. And this actually applies to what you're probably looking for. We all start from somewhere, and when it comes to knowledge, we need to take a little bit of that and then just grow. And like I said, you can have 25 years of experience in the field, but that doesn't make you any better than the person who maybe only have 1 year of experience in the field. We all grow, we all mature, and we all have our different ways of interpreting the world. So, for all of you out there who are looking to get into tarot, I totally welcome it. Don't let it get to you to where you're like, oh, I need to, get a year under my belt or no, not at all. You can start tarot reading if you want to, but the one key thing that you must take in, and a lot of tarot readers find this is a very hard pill to swallow, is in order to gain trust from your querents, be prepared to accept the fact that you are wrong if they say that you are wrong. You can definitely try to figure out, where you went wrong and say, well, I wonder what's going on, but try not to spin it into something like, oh, well, I am, uh, I think it's because of this, so let me, I think it's trying to tell me something else. Like, no, like listen to your querents too. Your intuition could be correct, but you have to listen to your querents too. And knowing when you actually can admit that you're wrong about something will also garner more trust than you think. Okay, so definitely take that as word of wisdom for those of you who are just starting in tarot. And there was one other thing I wanted to mention about tarot, which is, you know, regardless of pop culture and movies and stuff like that, tarot cards are exactly what it is. They're just cards. There's no spirits. There's no soul attached to them or anything. The only thing that you can do is energize it with your energy and your characteristics, but it doesn't give it any power over anything else. They're just cards. They're just pieces of paper. That's all they are. They're not part of the devil, as much as some people will come to believe. They're just pieces of paper, and they're there to help you focus and bring order to your chaos, which is what we see in our minds. So that's what I have to say about that. All right.
Ancora.
And like Miss Mermaid and I, she actually has a lot more years of experience than I do. But we collaborate because we both have different perspectives when it comes to tarot. Two tarot readers are not going to always come up with the exact same answers. They'll be similar, but they're always going to be different because, you know, at least my belief is that the universe is going to not to want to cater to you trying to, oh, I need a definite answer. No, we're all at a learning experience here. We're all at a definite learning experience here, and we all need to figure things out a little bit on our own. So you might take our tarot readings and say, oh, that's what you said. I'm going to go over to this other person and get a tarot reading and stuff like that and see if they say the exact same thing. Usually it's very similar, but it's not ever going to come out as the same. Okay, at least that's just my belief in it. Whew. That was really cool. I like actually talking about tarot. And if you have any tarot decks out there that you want to kind of talk about, or if you there's any tarot decks that you may have designed that you'd like us to review, please let us know in the comments below, or better yet, send us an email to tarot@groovedefied.com, or better yet, send it to tarot@thegroovymermaids.com. And I'll put the link in the description here in the next few minutes. tarot@thegroovymermaids.com. We both will receive the message to where we can give some details on where you can send your deck, and then we can actually do a full-on review and even use it into some of our interpretations and see how it feels. We welcome art. We welcome all different corners of expressions. So definitely hit us up on that. And yeah, so without further ado, I think we should go ahead and get started on these tarot readings. What do you think?
Ooh, of course. I
And
think that's what everyone's waiting for.
I think
They're
so
just like,
too.
shut up, here's my question.
Yeah,
Shut up,
Anthony,
here's my
talking too
question.
much. You're talking too much,
Hmm.
Anthony. Well,
Exactly.
that's me being a little excited. So let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? So, our normal price right now is a free yes and no with a $1 clarifier, which kind of just means that we'll give you the yes and no, but we'll just let you know, like for example, what is the yes and no and probably related to. You know, nothing too detailed. But if you want a full-on reading from the both of us, it'll be a $5 donation, which puts you into the priority queue. That gives you about 10 minutes of time with us. Now, we are looking to actually devote our time more into the Groovy Mermaid. This is actually starting to become a real thing. With that said, we are adjusting the pricing model. And it's going to be somewhere around where we have decided we're going to do a $10 yes or no question, which also gives you a clarifier, a $40 question of your choice, which gives you full in depth, including the chakra affirmation, and we'll be pulling up to like 25 cards for you with that matter. And we're also hopefully going to be introducing our live over the phone tarot reading as well, which will be just $10 more on that as well. So the pricing model on this is actually helping with the production of our the Groovy Mermaids channel. Well, we share the Groovy Mermaids channel between both of ours, but we have a lot of things coming down the pike, and definitely could use the support on that as well. So, but that doesn't change on terms of what we do individually when we do our own tarot readings. And of course, Miss Mermaid actually has her own business, and you're more than welcome to take a look at her site, which is the indigomermaid.com. She does do full hour tarot readings, and that, you know, she'll give you some advice if you need it. She'll give you some spreads in terms of what you're looking for, and really dedicate the time. She's very experienced, and not only that, but she's also super talented. So take a look at her, and especially her channel, which is the Indigo Mermaid TV, which you should have the channel right down in the description below. All right. So, and actually, well, actually, I was about to say let's do a horoscope reading for a particular zodiac sign, but I think we could probably get into some tarot readings.
Well, what do you want to do? You want to start, which sign do you want to start off with?
What's the first sign in the list? Because you said there's the proper way of the list, right?
Well, the first one is Aries.
Aries, and we're coming into the month of May. So let's go ahead and do an Aries, excuse me, an Aries sign here. And let me go ahead and get like a little, here it is. So I'd like to try this out where I used to do pre-recorded videos when it comes to horoscope readings for the upcoming month, but this would be a little bit easier just doing it live and proceed forward from there. So we're going to do a quick month of May. We are going to the month of May, right? Yeah. I don't even know my days. Um, so yeah, we're going to do the month of May. Quick little horoscope read. So if you want to take the honors, Miss Mermaid, I'll be more than you'll be very honored.
Oh, well, this is your May reading. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, well, fine. Have me do all the work. Shit.
Fine.
I'm just kidding. All right, and this is gonna be a very quick one here for an Aries. And you're more than welcome to go ahead and let us know if you have any yes or no questions in the chat. Just make sure that you put your name, the the sign that you are, and of course your question. And please use the links below if you'd like to do the $5 donation to get a full reading.
Hi guys, so just like Groove Defied or Anthony Homciano just mentioned, if you guys are interested in the yes or no free reading, let us know down in the comments. If you want the $1 reading, which gives you a little bit of a priority, not so much into the priority queue, then it's $1. But if you want to get the full priority read where it's an in-depth question, any question with the both of us, not specifically just a yes or no question, then you would, if you can kindly do a donation of $5, and you will find the information to our PayPal or Venmo and our Cash App information on the description box below this video.
Now, bear in mind as I do this quick little read for Aries for this month, uh, this is a general one, so not everybody will actually experience this, so please keep that in mind, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at this here real fast. So I am seeing some emotional states that are happening here. Um, I feel this month is going to be moving a little bit faster than what you're experiencing right now because since we're going through the whole COVID thing right now, a lot of people have been feeling a very slow approach or slow movement with this month of April. However, though, because feelings have been, I believe, been kind of been pressured and with a lot of heat, I feel that there might be a little bit of broken hearts, but some new connections actually coming along the way. I do feel that some people actually might experience very close breakups. As a matter of fact, I'm actually seeing a little bit of confliction, maybe from the person who's more feminine in the relationship. Actually, I'm sensing here that somebody actually wants to kind of pursue their own agenda as far as like how they want to go on with their life, um, but it kind of seems as if like the both of you kind of saw this coming a little bit, and I'm actually getting the sense that that some of you might be kind of feeling that. Uh, that you kind of wanted this to kind of happen a little bit. Now there is a section here where I do have the Ace of Cups along with the Eight of Wands here, and I'm getting the sense that maybe towards the middle of the month, there's actually going to be another batch of you who are going to be kind of experiencing some new relationships. And the reason I say towards the half of the month because I think at this point you're just kind of like, a little bit obviously ready to actually step forward, uh, uh, despite the fact that we have the lockdown going on. So make sure you try to be careful with that because, especially with you actually going down the route in terms of finding new love, there will be some trouble along the way. So you don't want to get yourself in trouble with the law. And I think some of you are really going to take that risk. And some of you feel the risk is worth it and stuff like that. Just be careful what you do, okay? Stay safe. But um, but I can tell you right now that you will meet somebody, and this first date you're going to go by, it's not going to go on very well, as a matter of fact. I feel that some of you friendly Aries are really looking for a quick connection right now, instead of like a full depth connection. Because the reason I'm seeing this, we have the Wheel of Fortune here along with the Eight of Wands. Again, we're having that fast these new types of connections. And on top of that, you might be suffering financially here at the same time, which kind of adds on to the stress in terms of what's going on with this. Okay. So be prepared that the first date or the dating field is going to be very very wonky a little bit, especially with the fact that you are stressing yourself out too. So just make sure that you try to take it slow, take it safe, and just try to be smart about it a little bit. Um, I am seeing here that you might be opening up a little bit more. I believe something is going to be coming along your way, probably with family, as a matter of fact. And I think that you're going to be um, trying to kind of open up your mouth a little bit more and talking. Now, as an Aries, usually you have no problem talking, but for some reason, there's been some pressure with you trying to kind of keep your stuff down in terms of trying to not talk too much in terms of how you feel. But this is actually the month I believe that you'll actually start providing some information to your family where you want to kind of like take a leap on something. You want to be able to kind of just let it all out. Whatever you have on your chest, I feel that some of you might be coming out maybe the closet, for example, and a couple of you actually wanting to kind of start your own business adventure. But your family might actually see this as a bad thing to do since the economy right now is on edge, along with the whole COVID-19 issue that's actually happening. But you feel that the time is right, and you feel that you actually have some partners that can actually help you out with this. Now, should you actually do move forward with this, I would proceed forward with caution. I have two evens and two odds and an even here. So if you can hold off for like another month, I would probably say another month, maybe 2 months, then actually be the best way to go. So make sure that you're really careful about that. And we have here the Nine of Pentacles. So like I said, be careful in terms of how you go about this month, because if you do and you do the wrong thing, as the Nine of Pentacles point out here, that there's a warning that you can then just lose all your assets. And when I mean assets, like your financial assets, that'll help this company move forward. Okay, so or this, at least this business adventure that you want to take on. All right. Sorry about that. But I do see some good news for some of you, actually. I do see that this month you're actually going to be, like maybe towards the end of the month, you'll actually be able to kind of take on um, sort of like an adventure a little bit. I think that you're going to get like a sign from somebody, like a some sort, to where you'll be able to kind of to step out of the house, maybe get away from a weekend, like that, and it'll be actually one of the best weekends you've probably had for the last few months. So, but I do see some good news coming along the way towards the end of the month. This probably means that like job opportunities and things like that. Just make sure that you keep an intuitive ear open, okay, when it comes to listening for this good information. All right. And when you hear the tones coming in your ear to where you might like it's a high pitched buzz or something like that, pay attention. Okay, these are signs that are coming to you that you need to make sure that you are listening and you're taking in like everything around you. Okay, it's almost as if like you're blind and you're using all your other senses to pay attention. All right, so that's what I have for Aries for coming up for the month of May. So hopefully this works out for you. And if you're watching this and you are an Aries, let us know in the comments below what you think about this, and if there's anything better that I can do for this reading, or if you want to know more, please let me know. Tarot at groovedefied.com or at tarot at thegroovymermaid.com. All right. So now we're going to move on to the actual tarot readings. Huzzah! Are you still there with me? Okay, you're mute.
What?
I said you were mute.
Yeah, I was on mute. Did you say something?
Yeah, I was just saying if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Cool. All
Are we
right.
gonna go ahead and start with the questions?
Yeah, we shall go ahead and start with the questions. I haven't got any notifications for any full readings at this time. So let's see here. We do have let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and kind of do this randomly here. I'm not exactly sure who's here or not. So whoever can get their first question onto the chat, make sure you put your name, your sign, and the question, and then we'll give you your free yes and no question. Oh, I do see Chartrellis. Um, Chartrellis, she's a Cancer and is moving to Norcross in June. Um, the right next. Whoa. Oh, is this the right next move? So so Miss Chartrellis, the Cancer, the most beautiful, the most honest, and the never nasty Chartrellis. She wants to know. She's a friend of mine, by the way. But she wants to know if moving to Norcross is the right move.
All right. All right, Shark Trellis. I'm gonna pull one card for you. Let's see what the tarot has to say for you. Let's see. Is this next move to Norcross or not? I don't even know where that is. Where is that? Norcross. Where is that?
I believe maybe Georgia, perhaps.
Oh, all right. Okay, so Chartrell's Cancer is moving to Norcross in June. Is that the right move? All right, let's see what the cards have to say. For Chartrellus Cancer, is that the right move? Seven of Swords. I would say yes, but you won't find out until later.
Ooh.
Let's see, what about you?
Well, I'm actually have to agree. I actually have two evens and one odd. That would actually give me a yes. The fact that I have a Lovers upright with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, but still I have a probably yes on that one. Oh, it's in Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. Well, you said it was
Atlanta.
Georgia, so.
But yes, Miss Chartreuse, the perfect, the innocent, the clean, the I'm perfect, not nasty. Um, so yeah, we both got yeses here. And if she sticks around, we could probably do a full reading for her because she is my sister, and I will take care of her on that one. But let's go ahead and take care of these other questions here. I do see we have Miss Emily. Emily is a Leo. Monty came back. We rekindled our relationship. Do you see good things coming for us? I'll go ahead and let you start. The yes and no.
All right.
Oh, she's
Chartrell said
driving.
she's driving, but she's listening.
Yes.
She's driving and texting. Ooh.
Actually, she actually has this super amazing earpiece thing while she drives, so she gets to listen that way. Oh wait, she is texting. Oh my god, that's right. How bad,
That's what I'm saying.
man! What a dumb moment for me. I guess I'm missing those carbs in my brain.
So, what was the answer? Your answer for Emily?
What was my answer to who? Oh,
To Emily?
I haven't done Emily yet. 'Cause I was still shuffling.
Oh, all right.
So I forgot to pull the cards that I have here, and I'll go ahead and shift it to you for now if you're ready to go. 'Cause I'm not ready yet. Jaime, if you're able to copy and paste your question, because I don't think Hippie's in here right now, but if you're able to post your question again or copy and paste it, go ahead and do so. We'll take care of you right after Emily.
Do you want me to go first for Emily?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Emily, let's see. Give us an upright if, you know, if this person has good intentions for you. Monty, Knight of Cups. I think so. I think so. He's a sweetheart. I see good romantic things. What about you, Anthony?
I'd say he's a liar. No, I'm just kidding. I actually have here, that's not a really good way to start off, is it? She's like, what?
I say he's a piece of doo-doo.
He's a piece of doo-doo. He must have that penis of gold or something. I don't know. But, um, but let's see here. I have here, um, 5, 6. I actually have all evens here. I actually have the Knight of Wands followed with the Tower and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So, um, yeah, if you want to know more about that, that would be the $5 donation. So let's see here. Um, Jaime says he's a Leo. Um, and I would like to know if I'm going to land a good paying job soon to move forward. Ooh, good question. Kind of a hard question to follow because, with everything that's been going on right now, too.
You should put a time frame, like maybe any time between now, the 28th of April, and the end of May 2020.
So he said soon.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing to be sorry about, Jaime. I mean, I'll only say it out loud because they are actually really are good questions. There's nothing wrong. But yeah, if you can give us like a quick time frame, like next month, 2 months from now, like that would kind of help out. Like in the next two
In the next 2
weeks.
weeks.
All right, let me pull my other deck here. So Jaime, 2 weeks from now, Mr. Leo, strapping Leo, will you have the job in 2 weeks? I say possibly yes. I have two evens and one odd here. Um, there are some things I'm noticing, but if you'd like to know more about this read, that would be a $5 donation or a $1 clarifier. What do you have to say about this mermaid? And these are the cards that I have right here. So he only has a job now, but only 3 days a week.
Yes, that's why he's saying a good paying job. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can, as a matter of fact, but I would give you some juicy advice.
So would I.
Emily, you made a donation.
Because I love talking about occupation stuff like resumes and things like that, which doesn't really require, cards to talk about, but I love talking about like occupation, career advice, things like that. In what
Actually,
occupation?
as a matter of fact, Anthony is a very good person to talk to when it comes to that. He does interviews for the company that he works in. If you want to talk a little bit more about that, Anthony.
Yeah, well, I work in a tech company. I'm not going to mention it just for security purposes here, but it's a pretty big company. I actually do learning and development there for creating educational content. Um, And Jaime, I'm not exactly sure what you meant about that question. Did you want to know what occupation you're getting into? Because if that's something that you want to know about, that would be a $5 donation to kind of go further into that. But yeah, as far as like what I've done, I've done, quite a bit of interviews, and I kind of pay attention to what these resumes look like and cover letters. And so if you're interested to know what I think about your cover letter and things like that, you're more than welcome to email me, tarot@thegroovymermaids.com, or tarot@groovedefy.com. Well, actually, better yet, just make it the tarot@grooveymermaids.com. Send your resume there as well as your cover letter, and I'll let you know what I think and what kind of changes you can make on that. All right. Um, okay, cool. He said he's going to do a donation for a reading, so just let us know what platform. The platforms are in the description when you're ready to go on that. But while we're waiting for that, let's see who else is in our list here. And I believe it was Miss Mermaid, who she says her name is TJ. She's an Aquarius, and will I be living with my future spouse in a house together? You know what? I'm gonna put these cards aside here, get it ready for him. That way we can continue that reading. Together forever and ever to part. What do you have to say about that one, Miss Mermaid?
For Miss TJ,
For Miss TJ.
let's see. I'm just going to basically ask if anytime between now and the end of 2020, if you are going to be living in a house with your future spouse, okay? We don't have any information about you, about your spouse, his name or his sun sign, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull one card for you and see if there will be some miracle where you guys will be living in a house anytime between now and the end of the year, you and your future spouse.
Ooh, if the house of rockin' don't come a knockin'.
No, I say no. I got three of wands in reverse. No.
Oh, well, in this case, there won't be a house of rockin', so we won't be knocking. Let's see here.
We'll have a pizza party in the park.
Yeah,
It's
we'll just do
okay.
the pizza party instead. You'll just invite us over. We'll all have girl chat over at Queen's place, and we'll have pizza at your place, and we'll talk about boys and everything else like that, like teenage little girls.
Yep. Mhm.
Let's see
Correct.
here. Well, actually, we have to kind of disagree. There's a possible maybe I'm getting from this one. I have two evens and one odd. So,
Did you put a time frame? I put a time frame.
no, I didn't put a time frame, but as I kind of thought about it, I was thinking just any time this year would it actually happen. And she says a reader told me we won't be living together to keep the relationship thriving, so I asked. Well, I got a possible with her telling no, and I actually have, if we look at the cards here, like this is what I have. I just have these three cards that kind of tells me the maybe, but I don't have a strong yes. A year would be too fast, she said.
Mhm.
Good questions. So let me go ahead and ask another. I'm gonna go ahead and ask a question here. Is Miss Mermaid a dumb bitch? Let's see here. We got
Hmm.
we got we got a four of pentacles here, a three of cups. This next one better be an odd in your in your favor.
Uh,
What do we have? Oh, we actually
an
have an odd. We
odd.
actually have an odd. We have four cups, the three of cups, and the magician. So you are not a dumb bitch, but
Four of
but
cups, three of cups, and the magician.
but I do see you that you take this as a joke, which is good, and that I think it fuels your intuition. So me calling you dumb bitch anyway,
Hello.
kind of brightens your spirits in a way for some reason. Maybe you like that kind of stuff.
Hello, Lenny. We're doing
Eleni.
great. How are you?
Oh, you want to know if you go to meet him? Okay, I'll put down cards for that. That's a quick yes and no. I don't mind that. The first question that Miss Eleni asked me, it actually kind of like caught me off guard. but she wanted to know if this woman committed suicide. I was like, ooh. I never asked or answered a question like that before. I was like, ooh, is there anything else you want to ask me?
Right.
So,
You have some good questions.
oh, I actually
Some
had one
very burning
person.
questions.
I actually had one person ask me to do a an afterlife or what's call it previous life reading. So that was a really fun one. Let's see here. So she said she wants to know if she's going to meet him.
Well, she already asked the question.
That's true. But I figure it's just a yes and no.
Mermaid Shark, if you want to ask that question, if you're going to meet your future ultimate person in this lifetime, you are more than welcome to submit a donation of $5 so we can proceed with a soulmate or a love reading for you.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask for Chartrelis. I know what she wants to know, but I'll say that after this.
Ooh.
She's probably driving. She's like, "What? What are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna tell me? Hey Google." Or actually, doesn't she doesn't have Google? I think she has iPhone. It's like, "Hey Siri, hey Siri, text Anthony. I don't know what you're talking about." Ba-doo.
So, for those of you who are coming in, thank you so much for joining us. If you guys are interested in just asking a free yes or no question, let us know in the comments. But if you guys want us to get in depth to your yes no question, instead of just having a yes or no as an answer with the both of us, we only suggest a minimum donation of $1. Or if you guys are willing to make a donation of $5, we will answer any question in depth. And not only that, you will get priority, so you will move to the top of the list, and you will have an in-depth reading with the both of us.
She said, "You nasty."
You nasty.
Not as nasty as you, McNasty.
Make it nasty.
That's like our going thing. We always call each other McNasty. But Chartrelis thinks she's too classy for that. That's nasty. You're nasty. I love her so much. Interesting slow night. I wonder why it's so slow. Probably because I only have 100 subscribers, I think.
It wasn't this low the last time.
No, it wasn't actually. But, it's probably just because it's a work night. Who knows? It's just not a good night, perhaps. Or maybe that we're going
Well,
to be watching a Netflix party later tonight. You know, the movie we're going to watch is, what's it called?
we're gonna watch some queer movies.
Yeah, actually, it's called God's Own Country. And it's a movie about a farm boy in Ireland or something like that. I can't remember what country he's in. But he lives on his family farm, and he's gay, but he's really angry at the world and stuff like that. And then on comes like some help to help with the farm and stuff like that. And what happens next? I don't know. You're just gonna have to see the movie. Oh look, there's Queen Bean. Well, you're just in luck, Queen Bean. We haven't closed just yet, and you're more than welcome to ask your yes/no question or your priority read for $5 if you wish.
Nobody's interested in asking a question.
The movie is called God's Own Country. I've seen it twice already. My mom loved it. It's very fast paced too, which is what I like about it. But like there's no fancy budget or anything. The visuals are really great. But the story is super sweet. It made me cry. Okay, Miss Queen. So go ahead and give us your name along with your sign, and then we'll let you know the yes and no to your question. Why so sad, Blah Blue? Okay, Puha. Puha or Puja? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so I apologize if I'm
I
butchering your
think it's
name.
Pooja.
Puja. Yeah, I'm probably putting like a Latin twist to that with the J. But
All right, Pooja.
oh no,
Let's
the movie is actually
see.
very happy. Oh, and we actually have Chartrellis. We're gonna do a full reading for Chartrellis here after we answer Pooja's question. So
Oh, she sent a donation?
yes, she did.
Yay!
All right. So
All right.
um
So let's see for Miss
oh so
Queen Bean or Pooja.
So maybe you want to get a little bit more specific about your question. You said, "Are there changes headed my way?" But what kind of changes are you wanting to know about? Like, and it has to be in the yes and no form. Unless you want a full reading, it'll be a $5 reading. No, but it's actually a really sweet love story. The that movie, and I can't wait to watch it again. I actually love it so much. It makes my heart flutter.
I'm curious. I want to see it because
I
I
mean,
really fell in love with Brokeback Mountain. Those two made a
Broke
hot couple.
Back Mountain was soft porn. It was hot. In a way, it was soft porn, but the love story was it was like so bittersweet. I loved that movie. I so wanted them to go back together, but like just I don't want to ruin it. But there's another movie I actually want to
Okay.
watch. It's not on Netflix though, but it's called um, The Way He Sees or something like that, and it's about this teenage kid in high school who's blind, and I believe it's like a coming to age story where a boy, you know, comes and be friends with him, and then I think it turns more than friends after that. So I think that's actually a really interesting storyline. The fact that the kid's blind and um, he's drawn to this other boy in school. All right, so we got a Jacques Thomas. I remember Jacques. That's a long
And
time ago.
also, Queen Bean said just positive changes in her life in general within the next few days.
Okay. Um, so Queen Bean, which is Pooja, Cancer. Any positive changes happening in her life? And then we're gonna get to Chartrellis after that, and then we'll answer Jacqueries' question, the yes and no, and then we'll get to Chartrellis's. Okay, Pooja. I have the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Lover's card. So I would say that nothing, bad nor good, but right now the numbers are telling me that the answer is possibly no in terms of what your question is asking for, positive changes. So if you want to know more about that, there'll be a $5 donation, Miss Mermaid, and I'll show you what the cards actually look like, which is what here it is right here. So we have the Ace of
I
Swords, we have the Page of
I don't think
Swords.
that there's any positive changes either necessarily, but either I get the feeling that you might meet somebody or you might meet someone's child. Do you have a friend that gave a birth or something?
Yeah.
Um, or do you have a friend that just got into a relationship or something and they wanted to introduce you before the pandemic, or you might get introduced to someone's spouse or someone's boyfriend or someone's girlfriend. I just see something like that. And I just see like happiness, but no, not changes, not positive changes. I see that it would make you happy, but not
Yeah.
positive
And if
changes.
you'd like to know more about that, that would be a $5 donation, please.
Yeah, and this could also mean new love.
Scoot to your right just a little bit, Miss Mermaid.
To my right.
There you go. Yeah. Now you're gonna have to sit like
Let me
that
just move
the
the
entire
tripod.
time.
How's
There we
that?
go. That's perfect. Okay, so let's get let's go ahead and actually start with Chartrellis because she has the priority read here. So she is a Cancer. Her name is Chartrellis. Her question is, my detailed question would be is there a job coming for me that is actually going to give me what I want and need? I'll go ahead and let you start off with that because I need to shuffle.
You want me to get started?
Yes, please.
So she says if a
She's,
particular job or if she's going to find a job that's going to give her what she
um,
needs.
she just wants to know if there. Well, her actual question is there a job coming for me that is actually going to give her what she wants and needs?
Okay, I'm going to give a time frame. Anytime between now and the end of 2020, will Chartrellis Cancer find a job that will give her what she is looking for and what she acquires? King of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress in reverse, Two of Swords in reverse, the Lovers, Two of Wands in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse. Now, as a matter of fact, I think that you would be struggling to make ends meet this year as well. I see that you're not confident, and I think you have almost have come to this victim mentality, and that is a blockage in your chakras. I would definitely be working on my chakras, especially the lower chakras, because especially when our lower chakras are closed or they are blocked, we do usually tend to get this victim mentality, and I'm seeing victim mentality with the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress in reverse. So I'm definitely seeing this victim mentality. I'm seeing that you're resentful about life. I see that you have been portraying or you have been seeing or viewing the world is like you're the world's victim, and you get abused by everyone and taken advantage by everyone and everything in the universe, and you're the laughing stock. You probably feel like you're a waste of space, um, or a waste of matter, for that matter. And as a matter of fact, the cards are even telling me that you can try harder. The cards are telling me that you're not trying your hardest. I feel like if you were to try your hardest and really put your work out there with efficiency, you could get what you're looking for and much more with the Two of Wands in reverse. And I feel like at one point in your life, you did feel good about yourself and you did feel like you were stable at one point. Um, but I feel like, especially this year, I do see you still struggling to make ends meet. You'll make ends meet, but you'll be struggling to make ends meet. Um, Anthony, what do you think?
I think she needs to stop being nasty. All right, so I got these cards here. I got the King of Swords in reverse, followed by the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Um, I'm actually seeing something along the lines of a possibility you actually might get something, but I think it's more in terms of what you may need and not what you want. I feel that you're going
When do you
to.
see that happening? Do you see a time frame?
Well, I always said like till the end of 2020. I don't have a particular time frame, but if I'm gonna go ahead and draw some cards using the method, let's see here. I have here the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Cups, Eight of Cups. So I don't know, maybe in
The Wheel of Fortune sometimes represents within a year.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, because I'm thinking like in terms of maybe 10 months from now, maybe just a little over that. Um, But since I already pulled out these cards here, um, I feel that there's probably some frustrations going on right now in terms of your current occupation. You're probably not getting the benefits that you're looking for, and I'm talking about in terms of like maybe like um, like health benefits or any other benefits like that. So maybe your previous job may have had a little bit more than that, than this one, and then now it's like you're just kind of dealing with it. But the reason why I'm saying that I think that you might be getting a new something that you may need right now because you have the Nine of Pentacles and you have the Two of Wands. So I believe that I feel like that towards the end of this year, I think it's gonna be like moving into your own place, perhaps, which is coming up in my mind here because we have the Nine of Pentacles. I think something might come to you to where you might actually have this ease of resources to help you get into your place of your own. Because I think that's what you've been kind of looking for too, or at least what you want. Um, I also have the Eight of Pentacles here, to where you've been really kind of contemplating your situation right now and trying to figure out, okay, what is my next move? But with the King of Swords in reverse, you really actually don't know what you want right now. Things are very confused. Where you have like the Moon of reverse here. Um, let's see here. I feel that what you really need actually is probably to try to spend a little bit more time with your family. I actually have the Empress card here, along with the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I mean, I do see that you're talking to them, but I think that there's something here that's going to probably want you to spend more time with them a little bit, to where you'll be able to, just kind of build more bonding of some sort. Um, I got the Santa Muerte card here, so yeah, I think there's some sign here in terms of you needing to kind of maybe, I won't say reconnect with your family because I mean you're already close with your family already. You already talked to them and stuff like that. But I think that you can actually probably take it a step further, and this is the kind of thing that you may need. Probably getting closer to your family. Um, And with that said, once you kind of, establish that connection, a little bit closer connection with your family, especially with all this is going on right now, I actually see like a man figure that actually might be coming your way. And does she know who this man is? Does she know who this man is? The answer is no. You actually don't know who this person is. So it actually might be somebody that a new person, as a matter of fact, because I actually have the Ace of Wands, not the Ace of Wands, but the Ace of, excuse me, yeah, that is Ace of Wands. I don't know why I said that, but you have the Ace of Wands here, followed by the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups. I think this person is out looking for a woman because he's been out of a relationship for quite a while. And I think towards the end of the year, and this is actually what you kind of need. I think you're really looking for relationship, quality relationship, with a little bit of family value in that as well. Um, but I do see that there's going to be a point in time towards the end of the year to where you're going to be kind of like maybe moving into your own place, perhaps. Because I again that the Two of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles here, you're going to get like some sort of like financial relief because maybe it might point to the fact that you might be getting a new job. I'm not entirely sure about that, but it definitely shows new house. Maybe it might be this new person. You might actually click it so fast to where he's gonna be like, "Hey, baby, I want you to move in." You'd be like, "Okay, but I'm not nasty. My mommy brought me up better than that." But um, but yeah, I do actually see some really good things here actually towards the end. It's actually more focusing on your needs, relationship, family, and yeah, I see those being the most prominent things. I hope that helped you out, Miss Chartrelis. The not nasty, the not nasty, and pure as white dove. Not nasty. All right. So I've answered Shakri's question already, and I think Miss Blah Blue had a question. Will my bird Rico reincarnate back to me in this life? That's an interesting one. Uh, Cancer, Gemini cusp, Krishna is her name. Get my
All
cards
right,
here.
so do we have anybody else?
Well, we do have Blah Blue. I'm just trying to get my cards back together here.
I like that name, Blah Blue.
Blah Blue. But her question, she says she's a Cancer. Her name is Krishna, and she wants to know if her bird Rico will reincarnate back into this life. I guess to come back to her, I suppose.
She wants to know if her bird Rico will what?
Reincarnate.
Do you want me to go first?
I'm just pulling out some quick cards here to answer the yes and no. I have the Ace of Wands, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Wands. So I actually see a possible yes, but there's something else going on with that. But yeah, I do see as a yes, as a possible yes. What about you?
Yes, I think so as well. I got Six of
Hooray!
Pentacles. He's here to be with you.
That's cute.
That's wonderful. Alrighty, do we have anybody else?
Well, I'm not seeing anybody else, but I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe call it a night. We've already been on this stream for hour and a half now, and I'm trying to keep to a schedule that way I can wake up tomorrow morning. Oh, we do have Lilith. So hey, Lilith, you'll be our last person for the night. So Lilith, go ahead and let us know your sign and your question, and we'll go ahead and get it answered for you.
Lilith, can you provide us with your name, your zodiac sign, and your question all in one comment so that we can go ahead and just do your reading?
Her name is May. She's a Gemini, and will I meet someone in my past life this year?
She have a past life connection this year. Alrighty. Let's see. Well, May Gemini have a past life connection
I'm getting a
in
no.
2020.
I'm getting a possible
You
no.
got no?
I got a possible no. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse.
I got Page of Wands. I say yes.
Well, you're on my channel right now, and I don't care what you have to say.
We'll see what we have to see, May. Purchase a personal reading. We'll talk about it.
Yep. Or, since we are going to be logging off actually here in the next few minutes, you are more than welcome to go to Miss Indigo Mermaid's site. She does have her own channel and her own service. So if you want something really in depth in terms of that question, she does have some options you can choose from, having a whole hour or I think up to 2 hours, I think, that you actually offer. I think she offers 2 hour service, up to 2 hour service. But
um,
take a look at it, the indigomermaid.com. Really talented person. All right.
I offer half an hour readings, I offer 1 hour, and I offer 2 hour readings as well. And if you want to purchase a 2 hour reading, but you want to split it in half, 4 half an hour readings, or an hour and then half an hour and then half an hour, we can totally do that for you. I also do record all of our sessions. So once we do finish your session, I do send you an audio recording of our session. So you get to keep that forever. And yeah,
Yeah.
so, you get a pretty good deal for what I'm providing. And of course, subscribe to Groove's channel, subscribe to my channel as well, share contact, like it, and, keep in touch.
Yep. And like I said, any donations you do towards the Groovy Mermaid during our reads, definitely goes to our growth of this channel. We are definitely going sort of full steam ahead with things that we have planned for this, but it does have to go at a certain pace with the resources that we have. So if there's anything that you liked about this channel, or anything about this collaboration that you like or dislike, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll be more than happy to take that information in and try to make this channel better for you. Quick question, Miss Mermaid. So when you do a 2 hour reading, like what typically goes on in those 2 hour readings?
People ask a lot of questions.
Yeah. So you get to ask all the
People,
questions that
you'd
you
be
want.
surprised, and you'd be surprised that sometimes I would finish those 2 hour readings would finish, and people will still be like, "Well, I'm still not done." They'll be asking about love. They'll be asking about their job. They'll be asking about dreams. They'll be
Mm.
asking about like three different exes. They'll be asking about family. They'll be asking about gossip between friends, and even after that, like after those 2 hours, they're still not done with me. They're just not done with me.
So pretty much when they purchase the service from you, you're saying that they can ask. It's pretty much like a salad bar of questions that they'll ask. All you can eat, pretty
Yeah, you
much.
just you just go ahead. You ask, I answer. You ask, I answer. We go back and forth until the 2 hours on my Apple Watch is done. And I don't start the timer until I have the cards out ready for the first question. So once you give me your question and I have the cards laid out, all the cards, then I start the timer.
Excellent. All right. Well, I think that does it for our night for this evening. Thank you very much, everybody who joined. And I hope for those of you who just logged into this stream, take a look at what we have to say towards the beginning. We actually had a lot of stuff. We had our guided meditation by Miss Mermaid, as well as some topics that we like to share in terms of how we got started in tarot. And we have a lot of things coming down the pike. So again, anything you'd like for us to talk about or you want to share, please let us know in the comments description. If you have any questions in regards to some of these readings and whatnot, please let us know. Tarot at the groovymermaids.com. Groovy Mermaids, plural, .com. And we'll be more than happy to help you out with those, with any questions you have about the stream. Thank you very much, everybody. Happy Tuesday and namaste. And we'll see you on Friday.